Todd Howard rode up to Microsoft HQ on his hog. He looked at the tall building. Said, this is a pretty big place, Winky. Wonder where Phil is right now. Probably up in his office, counting all of his money from his Xbox Game Pass money. He's rich from that now. Let's go. Todd walks in the building. There's a woman there. He says, sir, you can't smoke in here. Todd says, throws a cigarette right in her face. He says, all right, I won't smoke in here. I'm going to bring my hog in, though. I'm Todd. I'm allowed to do that. And she says, well, oh, okay, sir. All right, sir. Just don't throw your cigarettes at me anymore, sir. Todd walks up to the Xbox monolith, reaching all the way up to the top of the building, 40 stories tall. Looks up at it, says, that's one big Xbox. And Piggy, Oinky. Piggy is his pet name for his hog. His real name is Oinky. It's a real nice model, he says. He hears a voice behind him. They say, that's actually not a model. That's a real Xbox. And Todd turns. It's Phil Spencer. And Phil says, Todd, my old friend, what are you doing here? And Todd says, I got a deal for you. This is a deal of a lifetime, and I don't want you to pass this up, Phil. Phil says, well, sure thing, Todd. Let's go. So they walk inside of the Xbox, and it's not just a working Xbox, and it's also where everybody in Xbox Studios works. They fill the entire 40-store Xbox, and floor after floor after floor. And they have servers on every single floor, too. It's very noisy in there. So I'm not going to yell, but when I tell the story, they had to scream and yell at each other to hear each other. Todd says, whoa, it's a real nice place here you got, Phil. How much it cost you? Phil says, oh, a couple $1 billion. Todd laughs. That's going to seem small, a couple billion, when you hear what I have to offer you. Phil says, well, okay, Todd, what are you going to give me? You come in here with your pig, Oinky. You flick your cigarette at the second head of Xbox, the co-head of Xbox. And you keep saying you're going to sell me something. What do you want to sell me? Todd looks right at Phil. Well, I have some money problems right now, Phil. Phil says, well, that's how much you need? Like $100? Todd says, gonna need about $7.5 billion. Phil says, oh boy. Todd, that's hard to do. It takes us like an hour to make that much money. I don't know if we're gonna be able to help you out there. Todd says, let me tell you what I'm offering. I'm going to give you, for $7.5 billion, I'm going to give you all of ZeniMax. The whole thing. And Phil thinks about it. Even Fallout 76? Todd says, yeah, even Fallout 76. And you only want $7.5 billion for this, Phil asks. I says, yeah, that's all I need, $7.5 billion, and it is yours. And no takey backseat on it, though. You say yes to this deal, you're taking it. And this mess is off my hands. This fantastic company is off my hands. Phil says, what do you mean this mess? What do you mean mess? And Todd says, oh, it's nothing, just nothing. It's not even worth talking about. Phil says, what? What is it, Todd? What's wrong with ZeniMax? Todd leans in real close and says, you didn't hear this from me. But we're running out of platforms to port Skyrim to. Phil says, oh boy. I mean, if we were gonna buy ZeniMax, we're gonna have to keep porting Skyrim. Like, we cannot make our money back without doing that. And then behind the two, somebody shoves open the door, kicks it open, in fact, and they say, well, boy, howdy. If it ain't Phil and Todd, I wanted to tell you two about this fantastic deal I got for you. Have you heard about the Atari VGS? And Phil and Todd look at him and say, our prayers have been answered. And that's how Skyrim got onto the Atari VGS. And that's also how Todd sold Phil ZeniMax for $7.5 billion. And let's just say Phil is going to be very, very angry that happened. It's a cursed company. Todd got the thing with a monkey paw. If you would like to hear more about Todd's exploits at selling ZeniMax, talk to your business teacher at college, because everybody who's watching this is definitely very young and very, very dumb, like my cats. Actually, you're all very smart. Whatever will get you to watch these videos more, that's what you are.